If you're a Battletech fan, you've had slim pickings in recent years as Catalyst Game Labs has gone absolutely full woke. Well, they've got a new strategy, which is to never self reflect or actually create products that people like. No, it's going to be to blame President Trump for what are going to be obvious upcoming woes for the company. They're signaling that there's going to be massive troubles this year, and we're going to get into this in just a moment. So please hit the like and subscribe button and join us as we talk about all things in science fiction, my friends, especially military science fiction. And if you love military science fiction, I have a great series for you. I wrote this. It's called The Saga of the Nano Templar, and it starts right here. It is crusading in space. It is action-packed, fast-paced. You are going to absolutely love this if you're a fan of the old Battletech novels. I get compared to Michael Stackpole with my writing style quite a bit. So check it out. It's in the description below. Thank you guys so much for reading. I appreciate you guys for being here. And it's available on ebook, print, and audio. There's a full trilogy, and all of it's available on all three formats for you to grab in the description below. Thank you guys so much again. All right. So, Catalyst Game Labs, if you don't know, has made a lot of bizarre business decisions lately, turning off longtime MechWarrior and Battletech fans from their products. But now they've released a statement showing trouble when they're blaming potential tariffs and economic uncertainty for what appears to be upcoming troubles for the tabletop gaming company. Now, Battletech and MechWarrior are longtime military science fiction and wargaming properties, if you don't know. And there's books, there's tabletop games. They made video games that are very fun as well. Lots of different media from this situation. So, because of this, they have turned woke in recent years, as usual, and they actually removed the guy who's responsible for a lot of their world building from their company. His name's Blaine Pardo. What happened was he had a stalker who started, giving him death threats and all these other things. And on top of this, he started emailing with the people at Catalyst Game Labs, telling him he's a bad person, right? You know how it goes every single time. And because of that, they sided with the stalker, who pretended to be a female at the time, who's a male, and then got rid of Blaine from the company. Blaine started his own mech series called Land and Sea, which has been extremely popular and actually outselling the Battletech novels that have been coming out from their recent woke activists. They've maintained woke activists writing their stuff. Brian Young's one of them, who's trying to insert transgender ideology into the setting and the like. And they even came out with a romance novel this year. It was very weird. They called it Battletech Romance. I don't know who the target audience is for that, but it seems like they're just releasing stuff where nobody's going to buy it. And then they're going to go, hey, we're going to have company troubles. Now, on top of all of this, like with the woke stuff aside, they had a Kickstarter a few years back that took years to deliver. Like, people were not getting their product at all and complaining about it. And so they've had trouble on the distribution level as it is, and just fulfilling their promises as it is, just on a basic customer service level. So this is a company that's just destroyed from the top down. And this is what happens when you let woke activists into your company. They don't actually focus on making product that the gamers want, actually maintaining the brand, actually trying to grow the brand. They focus on the stupid things that nobody wants. And then they suck up all your time and energy in that level. Well, now they've released a statement on their website saying that they're going to be in trouble. Surprise, surprise. But it's not their fault. And here's the thing. When SJWs get into this stuff, they never self-reflect. They never just say, you know what, I made some errors with this identity politics thing. It's been hurting my brand. It's turned off half of our player base. We need to just restructure and get back to our basics and actually try to cater towards customers. Never. No, they never do that sort of thing. They always blame somebody else because they're incompetent, and this is exactly what happens right here. So this is the statement that they just released on the Catalyst Game Labs website. Like many of you, the Catalyst Game Labs team has been watching the recent economic developments. Now, by the way, we've been having a bad economy for over a year now, and they tried to hide it. They tried to punt it down the road, and then waited on the corporate level to say anything until after the election was over. This was very intentional, as they were trying to prop up the Joe Biden regime, as you know, and it's been a struggle for a while. It's been true. And so this is not a recent economic development, but they want to blame things that are coming up because they know exactly what's happening. We have been hard at work developing strategies that would make our position more resilient in the rapidly changing world trade dynamics we have been seeing. Now, they have not been making their positioned more resilient whatsoever. They've not been doing anything. They actually rely on cheap little production minis from China where they use slave labor pretty much to make these things. And that's what Catalyst Game Labs has done all the while. So now that's going to be a little harder to do, which is a good thing because people should not be reliant on Chinese slave labor for their products. That is something that's kind of disgusting. And for all these people virtue signaling about politics and all that, just think about like how those little kids are treated over there who are making these little trinkets all the time. It's some of the most hypocritical stances you could ever see with the way that they act. Now, like much of our tabletop gaming industry, Catalyst gets hit especially hard by trade tariffs. That's what I was just implying. Our industry is inherently international in nature. We are lucky that we've been able to be flexible with pricing over the past decade. However, recent changes with the market have shown that our flexibility was not quite prepared for a change of this magnitude. Now, by the way, sales are decreasing not just because of that, but because of other matters as well. And it's because they're not producing product that they like. So they're not growing. Their stuff's not getting out there to a new audience or anything like that. And so they've been bracing for impact for a while, and this is a convenient excuse, in my opinion. They're going to go after this instead of actually trying to go after the main core problems in their company, which is a bunch of waste within their company that they need to overhaul. And so this is going to punt any changes from Catalyst Game Labs down the road, is really what's going to happen. With the next current level of economic uncertainty, we have to make some tough decisions, and here is going to be layoffs, guys. In the next 60 days, we will be releasing comprehensive updates in this process, including, unfortunately, necessary price adjustments. This is exactly what Games Workshop does every single year as well with their minis with Warhammer 40K. They just, every single year, they come out with the need for price adjustments, and it gets a lot harder to be in this hobby. But it makes it a lot easier to just 3D print stuff yourself, which is going to be the way wargamers are going to go in droves. They've already been doing so already. These price adjustments will be applied to new products and product reprints that are directly affected by tariffs. And we adjust this new situation, we will likely expand this policy across our entire product line to average out cost increases. So here you go. Even the ones that are not going to be impacted by tariffs, they're going to price increase anyway, just because we can, right? And so it's obviously not just the tariffs on this level. They obviously need to make a bigger profit margin on everything, which means that they are selling less product, which means that they have turned off their consumer on a lot of levels. So they don't realize that it's easy to read into a statement like this and actually parse it apart and see what's happening here, but it is. So they're in massive trouble, my friends, and it is just the beginning right here. And like I said, I can expect that we're going to have layoffs at this company pretty soon, and it's going to be sooner rather than later. We're working to ensure we can keep or improve our value contribution to you and our game tables. We have prided ourselves in maintaining our relationship with you and your local game stores throughout Catalyst Game Labs history, and we will hope to continue that trend for many years to come. Well, that's corporate gobbledygook and fake. They really have not listened to the gamers at all as we've gone out there and said, hey, why are you blacklisting Blaine Pardo? There's a Texas game store that actually just banned a longtime fan who was playing there for a long, long time. And they're not helping with these communities because they're trying to encourage this sort of anti-inclusive nonsense where they're saying, if you're conservative, you're not welcome. Well, that's not very good with a wargaming crowd, my friends, because wargamers lean conservative. It's always been that way, and so it's kind of stupid. They've been just kneecapping their own audience this entire time. And like I said, they're just blaming the Trump tariffs because it's convenient timing. Now, the CGL team would like to thank you for sticking with us as we work through this uncertain future together. We are happy to share our games with all of you and want to see our community grow through shared loves of IP and the games we steward. X to doubt on that level. So there they are. They're aware of their troubles for the brand is what this means. They are shaky. They're on ground that's going to be massive problems. And I don't see this going well for them in the future. And I think that they're going to see a big collapse here coming very, very soon. Leave a comment down below with what you think about this, my friends. Hit the like and subscribe button. Thank you for being here. And grab some great military science fiction. You'll love this. This is written for you guys. And it's a wonderful trilogy. Get started today. Ebook, print, and audio in the description below. Thank you for being here.